Bernard Whitman is a former pollster for Bill Clinton, and he joins us tonight. Bernard, thanks very much for coming on tonight.
Thanks for having me.
So, a billion magazines that fit under this definition, tens of millions of semi-automatic weapons that fit under this definition. What would it look like if the government tried to take those by force from law-abiding Americans?
Well, I've got some good news for you, Tucker. I don't think you have to worry about Beto O'Rourke becoming president, so that is unlikely to happen.
Right.
I think what's fascinating in the whole debate is nothing seems to unite Americans more today than support for universal background checks. 9 in 10 Americans support background checks. 9 in 10 Republicans support background checks. The president supports background checks. The problem is that he is too weak or afraid to actually call the NRA and actually get that done. So, I mean,
before I let you elide over the questions and get off your talking points, congratulations, you did. I have to press you a little bit because it's not, and Beto O'Rourke obviously is a footnote and a completely mediocre, irrelevant character. But it's not simply Beto. That's the tape that we played. Elizabeth Warren, who seems likely to be the nominee of the Democratic Party, much more likely than Joe Biden, in my opinion, has also called for gun confiscation. So this is what you're calling for is civil war. What you're calling for is an incitement to violence, is something that I wouldn't want to live here when that happened, would you?
To be clear, I'm not calling for that. I would support confiscation only in the context of red flag laws, and I think that's what we need to talk about.
But that's not what they're saying. Hold on. That's not what they're saying. What you're saying is, and we can debate this, and it's a real debate, if someone seems dangerous, do we have to convict him before taking his guns away? I think that's a legitimate debate, but I don't think what you're saying is insane. What Elizabeth Warren is saying is that these kinds of firearms are now illegal. Anyone who possesses one is now a felon, and we're taking them away.
Well, let's look
What would happen to our nation if you tried to do that? Seriously.
But I don't know the answer to that, but I do know the answer to this. Look